Hey everybody, this is Dee, and this is Postpartum Uncut, the real Mother's Day edition. So, normally for Mother's Day, we go all out and do all kinds of cuteness, right? And honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all, our Mother's Days were not super fabulous, okay? But I think it's really cool to talk about it, right? I think it's really cool to call attention to the duality that is involved in motherhood. On this channel, we talk about the not so cute stuff. And so, in the spirit of being transparent about it, we are still sharing our Mother's Day weekends with y'all, even though they weren't brunch, sparkles and sunshine all the way through. Okay, so first and foremost, happy Mother's Day. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. And I really want to hear how y'all's days went. Mother's Day is really, really cute in theory, but it's also when you actually take the time out to celebrate it, it's also one of the most rewarding holidays. And I think that's the bigger thing around Mother's Day is calling attention to those who carry loads that we don't see every day and people that tend to get put on the back burner, taking care of everybody else, tend to take care of themselves last. It is really cool as a mom to feel seen by other people. And I got like the best Mother's Day cards this year. I never really paid attention to cards. But once I became a mom and people started giving me, actually, that's a lie. I got some really decent cards on one birthday. I think it was my 30th. And to see how people go out of their way to pick cards that actually say things that make sense, or even just to write the things that make sense, that was really cool. And I got that experience on Mother's Day. I got some really nice Mother's Day cards that just made me feel like you see me. You see me trying? Okay, cool. And that was really nice. One thing I do love about Mother's Day also is that it's one of the realest holidays.
Hi, Mommy.
Say hi, honey.
Hi, Mommy.
That is clearly another part about Mother's Day is the reality of Mother's Day. Sometimes, even when you think you deserve a break or you're gonna get a break or whatever, you're planning to get a break, you don't. You don't get a break, and that's the whole point. Motherhood, there is no clock out. And I think that's the one of the bigger points that is made on Mother's Day when you're celebrating the mom is like, we see that you're not stopping. We see that even though you're tired, sleep deprived, maybe you didn't eat this week, or you forgot to do the things that refill your cup. You know, we appreciate what goes into that and why you did it, the intention behind it, and what the results of it are. Is typically a very happy family, a very happy baby. For me, it's also a happy husband and a clear, organized household, because if we're gonna live in chaos, we might as well organize it, okay? But I felt the duality of motherhood very much so this weekend. There were so many moving parts that didn't make room for luxury. It was mostly a teething sick baby that hijacked my entire situation, including my sleep from the other night, which is why this video is late and why I look like I've been dragged through the mud a little bit. I had to do a little skincare something just to even get this video done for y'all. So, but I also had an opportunity to appreciate the mothers in my life on Mother's Day as well. We spent most of the day at church, and I did get some gifts and cards made for other people as well, particularly my mother and my mother-in-law. And there are relationships in my life where it might be a little strained, but that doesn't stop me from seeing the heavy that someone carried, It doesn't stop me from seeing that person and them trying. And that's what ultimately keeps relationships going, is making sure the other people know that you feel seen by them and that you see them as well. And just taking that time to show love and understanding for each other. And then, like, the biggest reward is the affirmation that you get from your family, your spouse, your son, your daughter, your people, the affirmations that you get for doing a good job. I have really been enjoying verbal affirmations lately because I didn't realize I needed them so badly in motherhood. But they keep me going. They make me feel seen. They make me feel validated in my method, and the smile on my son's face. This sounds so cheesy and rehearsed, but it's really, like, it's real. When my son smiles at me and says, "Good morning, mama. I love you, mama. Give me a kiss, a hug." Like, when I get those moments with him, that warmthness, that just his little cuddles, I just feel so good. I feel so blessed and happy. And that, I think, is ultimately what we celebrate on Mother's Day as the mother. And then as the people celebrating the mothers, it's celebrating the fact that they chose the heaviness, they chose the harder routes, they chose the best decisions for their families over themselves, which is a big sacrifice. It's not the easiest thing to do sometimes. And so for all that, we thank all the mamas, and I hope everyone else had a really great Mother's Day. I had a great Mother's Day. It's just, it was less sparkly. I had a great Mother's Day though. And so me and Chels, we took a slight little snippet vlog, what we could get of our Mother's Day weekends. And so here's a little sneak peek into what I did this weekend. And then Chelsea's going to take it over and show you what she did. We love y'all.
It's your girl Chels, and I just wanted to take a minute out of my day and just really talk about what Mother's Day means to me, and share how my Mother's Day was. Mother's Day to me is really a very special time of the year. To be honest, I really feel like great parents should be celebrated all the time, because it takes a lot to be a great parent. A lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of patience, effort, everything. And even with all of that, sometimes we don't always meet the mark that we set for ourselves, but we're still trying to always be a better version of ourselves for our children. But Mother's Day is like that one time out the year that's really just like set aside and dedicated to shouting out the dope moms out there. And that's why that day is just so important and so special. It's like the world comes to a semi-standstill for 2.5 seconds to kind of give people the opportunity to let us know how they feel about us. And that's why it's like, even if you're not on the same page with the mother of your child, your own mother, any sort of family members that's a mom, all that hopefully can get put aside just for a simple text, phone call, shout out on Instagram, or whatever that means to you, to just let them know that, hey, I still see you, you're still doing your thing, I appreciate everything that you do for so and so. Keep up the good work. Because like I said, it really is challenging at times to be a parent. And when you are actively striving to be better, actively trying to do what's best by your child by any means, you deserve a shout out. For Mother's Day, this is my third one. Oh my gosh, time is flying. But every Mother's Day has been amazing so far. Like, all of the love and support that I've been showered with is just, it's immeasurable. Like, it's just a beautiful thing to me. And I definitely have to say that each Mother's Day, I feel that love. And this past Mother's Day was probably the most low-key one I've had so far. I didn't even have to leave the house, really. I didn't do very much. And I cooked breakfast for me and my mom. And we just really chilled. Then, you know, the rest of the family came over later for dinner. But it was just really low-key, chilled energy that I need. Because obviously, as you know, being a parent, nothing is chilled and low-key about that. There's always something to do, always places to go, things to do, see, all of that. So I really appreciated being able to kind of lounge around at home and chill with the family one day out the year. But overall, I just have learned so much about myself by embarking upon the motherhood journey. I've really been able to challenge myself in ways that I didn't even think about challenging myself. I've seen my strength come out in ways that I didn't even know I had the strength to move and grow the way that I do now. Being a mother has definitely helped me grow in such a great, positive way where I just didn't think that, or not that I didn't think that, but I didn't see these goals for myself at this particular time. So I just am grateful for being a mom, for having this opportunity, because not everybody gets the blessing of being a mom. And I recognize that there are so many people out there that will make great moms that won't get the opportunity, you know, biologically. And even though I didn't plan this opportunity at this particular time, this actually was the time for me to do it. I just didn't know that. But I see now that this was the best time for me. This was a pivotal time for me. And I'm just very grateful for all of the opportunities, all of the lessons, all of the growth that has transpired from me entering motherhood. So I hope that all the moms out there had a great Mother's Day. Praying for all the moms to be, whether that's you're pregnant, safe deliveries, whether that's you're trying, I hope that you get great news. Whatever the case may be, I just hope that if this is on your heart, that everybody that really wants to be a mom is able to become a mom in some way, shape, or form. Because having a child to love is a great feeling, because you're able to extend yourself and the love that you have to somebody else. And I've thoroughly enjoyed doing it, and I'm looking forward to doing more of that. So, like I said, once again, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. I see you. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. Your kids need you. And remember to take care of yourself, because you can't pour into someone else's cup when yours is depleted. And I hope that your Mother's Day helps you refill